Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. We're here on Ellis Island for the one-night-only concert presentation of the classic Tony Award-winning musical Ragtime. We'll bring you highlights and meet some of the company. Was so emotional for us as an audience. What was this like for you?
Well, I was like, verklempt, as my grandmother would say, who came through this hall. It's just, I feel like I'm sitting in the hall of my ancestors, and here's the show here. It's extraordinary.
It was so overwhelming, the response that we got, especially in this grand building on Ellis Island where everybody came through. We were singing about the people that walked, 12 million people that walked through this building, and people were crying. Ragtime's a really important story for today.
Blown away. Every time I almost cried during Journey On, and I'm not supposed to.
It was tough for me singing I Promised You America, and little when we were here, I started choking up. I had to cut off a note or two because I was just like, hold it together.
But I realized that I just realized prior to getting here today that my great-grandfather, Francesco Cutri, his manifest was 1916, 100 years, and it was like August 8th.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 100 years.
That's
on
phenomenal.
the nose.
That's really cool.
How about that?
I feel like every show that's aiming to be revived tries to find ways in which they can say, it's really amazing how we're still relevant. Everyone's like searching for those things, but this show speaks for itself. I mean, you cannot hear these songs, particularly till we reach that day, which we ended with, without thinking like, my God, I'm actually angry and sad that this is still so relevant, but buoyed by watching this group of artists come together to turn it into something really beautiful and special.
And we sang the song, and Stokes was in the room, and I was like, Stokes is here. Okay, here we go. Woo! So I had to like calm myself down, and I was like, all right, we're all here. We love one another. We're doing the music. It's for the art. So I love this music and singing it. It's so emotional and being able to connect to it. And I think it's very timely because Sarah being killed by police brutality and everything that's happening. It's amazing that we have the opportunity to do it.
We've been dreaming about doing the show here for 2 years now, and to get it on its feet and to put the site in space with the text has been really incredible, and I feel very privileged and fortunate to work with such an amazing company. So.
Talk about the company, the cast you've assembled for this.
They're unbelievable, every single one of them, and they've been so unbelievably willing. It really all started with Laura Michelle Kelly. She said yes, and then everybody else kind of came on from there, and we're so privileged to have Ragtime veterans and newcomers alike in the company. So it's been a complete privilege to work with all of them.
Ragtime was the first Broadway show I ever saw. The very last row with binoculars watching Stokes on that stage. He's been my idol since then. And to perform with him this past year and shuffle along, and then to be able to come and do this and sing Cole House with Cole House, that is the dream. You can't beat it. When they asked me would you be willing to share the song with Stokes? I was like, yes, that's the dream. Yes, send.
It's great doing the show at Ellis Island. There's nothing like that. I think it's such a spectacular idea, and to hear it sing in these halls, in these beautifully reverberant halls, where the characters of so many of the characters of Ragtime came through. Some real, like Emma Goldman, and some fictional as well. But Ragtime and Ellis Island are so intertwined. To actually be here and do the show is pretty overwhelming.
Your soul can be a sermon.